Bad bitches support harm reduction. Can I get an amen? Yeah. Okay, so I'm posting a video for a client, and then we are going to talk about recovery being for those who want it, not those who need it. So that's a saying that, they say recovery is for those who want it, not those who need it. Because there's a lot of people out there that need to get sober, that need recovery, right? But do they want it? Are they willing to put in the work? Recovery is a lifelong commitment, to changing your life for the better. And there's going to be struggles, right? You're going to have ups and downs. Look how moisturized my face looks. I just used the La Roche Posay. La Roche Posay. I want to show it to you guys. Moisturizer. I'll put some more on just for the sake of showing you because I really, really freaking like it. La Roche Posay Triple Repair Moisture Cream. Okay? We're just going to take a dollop. A dollop will do ya. And just look how smooth it blends in. It's so creamy, but not too. It's thick, but not so thick that it makes my face feel like nasty. It feels really hydrating and really nice. I really, really like it. Okay, so I put up a poll for you guys, or a question and answer. I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I'm going to get it filmed after I get back from my vacation, so that it's going to be up for a while collecting questions, okay? And you can ask me anything you want to ask me, okay? I will answer all questions, and we're going to get all that shit out of the way and done for. So if anyone has questions about anything, you're feeling some type of way, you're upset with me, you think that I'm doing something I'm not, ask the damn questions. Ask me. Instead of gossiping behind my back, go and ask the question. I will answer it. This isn't going to be like a JK Q&A where I only pick the questions that are painting me in a good light. Okay? This is going to be a Q&A where I answer all the damn questions. So if you want to know something, ask it. Closed mouths don't get fed. Okay? And that's how we're going to roll over here. That's how I've always rolled. So if you got a problem or you have a question and you want to ask it, you better ask it. You better ask it. Because after this, it's done. Okay? So I'm giving everybody an opportunity. If you want to use a troll account and ask the question, I don't care. You don't have to put who you really are. Okay? It's on my community tab. Go ask the question. Don't be afraid. All right? I have no respect for people who want to bop, 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 bop. And then when I'm giving them the opportunity to ask the fucking questions, they ain't got nothing to say then. Okay? So if you got something to say and you want to say it, get your ass on over there to the community tab. All right? All right. And let's fucking move onward and upward, my friends. I'm taking me a Midol. I'm really cramping, you guys. So that's the La Roche-Posay moisturizer, okay? La Roche-Posay. Am I saying it right? And I'm mailing my BFF a care package. It is a self-care package. I got to get that in the mail today because she's looking forward to it. Let's get us some Dr. Pepper. Bad bitches support harm reduction. You see that? Bad bitches. Bad bitches. Okay. My son got all A's and B's and one C, you guys. I told him, I said, we don't get C's because I know he's capable of getting all A's. So we're on a fix that shit. Of course, he's not in trouble, but I know he can do better. and he's not doing it to the best of his ability. He is half-assing it. My son is the king of half-assing it, okay? He is very talented and very fucking smart, but if you don't make him apply himself, he won't. So, um, what I have done is dangled a carrot. If he wants a PlayStation 5 for Christmas, then those grades need to be all A's and B's. All A's and B's, baby. When I'm with you. So no C's are acceptable, especially in social studies. What the hell? That's what I said, how did you get a C in social studies, my guy? Okay. Let's get us some water. Okay, got a 64 ounces of water. I drink 3 of these a day. That's why I'm always peeing, y'all. All right. So, like I was saying, recovery is for people who want it, not people who need it. Because lots of people need it. I wanted to share with you guys how I started my recovery journey. So if any of y'all have any questions when you come into the chat, feel free to ask. Nothing like a big glass of water, huh? Okay. So how did I start my recovery journey? Let's talk about that. Okay? Get my pillows. Now we're going to take it all the way back to when I first started trying to get sober. Okay? So I first started trying to get sober in 2005, I think it was. 2005. I was still living at my parents' house, but they were on the verge of kicking me out. Okay? And I had been using opiates, benzos, and methamphetamine. I am a poly substance user, which means that I become addicted to multiple substances. And I mix these substances and interchange them. And that's what I had been doing since 2000, for about 5 years at that point. Because my addiction really, really, really got out of control in 1999 to 2000. Okay. I graduated high school in the year 2000. I barely passed. I made all D's. And I remember my grandmother flew down from New York to see me graduate. And my dad was so disappointed in me because of how smart I am and how much I didn't apply myself. Just like my son. So smart, but I didn't apply myself. So I almost failed. Well, anyway, by 2005, I had just gotten out of an abusive relationship that I was in with LD. LD started beating me up about 6 months into our relationship. Everybody told me that he would beat me, but I thought that I could change him. I thought that I could save him. And I didn't listen to people telling me and giving me warning signs. And so I stayed with him through about 5.5 years of brutal abuse. And I'm not just talking about yelling at me. I'm talking about beating my fucking ass. When I think back to that time in my life, like, I feel so ashamed that I didn't get out. I feel stupid. Because I knew better. My parents taught me better.
What the?
But I stayed because I thought I deserved it. I thought I deserved to be treated like garbage because I was a drug addict. And to me, I wasn't worthy of love or respect. Every time I would think about leaving him, he would threaten to kill me. Or and himself. He would tell me that if I left him, he would kill himself and me and himself. So then I would feel like really, 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 really responsible for his life. And I would be worried that he would really do that. Then there would be times where I would think, well, maybe he would do that to my family. You know? But the way that I escaped that relationship, and that's when I finally started getting treatment for my addiction, was when I escaped that relationship. Um, the way I got away, the way I got away was he left me. It's embarrassing to say that. But I didn't leave him. He left me. I was, I had just gotten off work and had been working all night, late night, at Sonic. And then I worked over at the gas station. And so I had a long day at work, basically. I had just gotten fired from my Arkansas state job. I used to work for the state of Arkansas. I had just gotten fired from my job at the revenue office, the DMV. And he didn't have a use for me anymore because I wasn't making him money anymore. So one night after I got home from work, he wasn't home. Of course, I went looking for his ass. I went looking for him and couldn't find him nowhere. Called his sister, everybody. Nowhere to be found. And then his sister called me and she was like, he's not coming back, Nicole. That's all I needed her to tell me. All I needed to know. I just needed the closure, Once I got disconnected from him, I went downhill even more. I started shooting up. I started smoking crack, a lot of crack, a lot of ecstasy. It was really fucked up, you guys. And I went down like really, really quickly. Really, really fast. If you have any questions, feel free to ask y'all while I'm telling the story. So I got away. So he left me, and that prompted me to get away from him, right? So I got my ass in gear and took off, moved in with my best friend. Now, my best friend, like I said, was smoking crack and doing a lot of ecstasy. So that meant I was doing crack and a lot of ecstasy. Excuse me. I think I lasted like 3 or 4 months staying with her, and then I had hit rock bottom. Like I have hit many bottoms. There's no such thing as rock bottom, just so y'all know. People will tell you that you have to hit rock bottom to get sober. That's not true. And let me just tell you, there's no such thing as rock bottom because it can always get worse. Every single time I thought I had hit my rock bottom, I fell through to another level of rock bottom. It's crazy, dude, but it's the truth. I have been working with people for so many years, and I'm telling you, like you think that it's bad, it can get worse. Hey, what's up, Di? Lady Di, what's up, baby? It will get worse. And I was at my first, level of rock bottom, because like I said, there was many other levels. And I called my parents and I asked them to come get me from Nicole's house because I was staying there. I had moved all my shit over there, y'all. Um, all my shit. And my parents came and got me, came and got my shit, and that's when I started talking to them about going into treatment. Shameless plug. Buy my recovery necklaces. I have my own personalized one in my jewelry box, but yeah. So if you have a big head like me, you can stick your head through this. Okay? Okay. So, um, recovery boom necklace. Um, so mom and dad came and got me, and that's when I went into treatment for my first time. And this is why I really want y'all to understand that, like, somebody doesn't have to hit rock bottom to get sober. You don't have to go to those lengths and ruin your life to turn your life around. You can choose to turn your life around at any time. And I want to encourage those of you guys who haven't reached, the level of where I was at in my addiction. I want to encourage those of you guys who are, just getting started in your addiction life to get help. Get help now while you can. Okay? Um, don't let it get to the point where I had let my life get to. Don't let it get to the point where you've ruined your credit, lost your jobs, lost relationships, harmed your family members. Like, you can turn your life around at any time. And there's hope. As long as you are alive, there's hope that you can change your life. And I think for a long time, like, I had felt really, really hopeless because I thought that it was something that I couldn't achieve. I thought that I couldn't get sober and stay sober. Somebody sent me a DM yesterday and they were like, how come I want to stay sober when I'm at home, but then when I leave my house, everything changes? And I thought, wow, that's a great question. So you go from leaving the comfort of your home where you feel safe, secure, and stable. And then you step outside into the real world where you're not protected by the four walls of your home. You have triggers, you have to deal with other people, and you're going around people probably that are still using, or seeing people that are still using. And so you when you want when you get sober, you guys, you can't just get sober because people are telling you have to get sober. You have to really want to stay sober. If you don't want to stay sober, then you're not going to stay sober. If you still have the desire to get high, you're going to get high still. And that's just point blank, period. Period. Hey, what's up? Period. Pooh. All right. And a lot of people say, well, that's not true. I don't want to get high. There is a reservation within you. Okay. If you are still using, it's because you have a reservation inside of you that you still, maybe have unfinished business, maybe it's a lot. You have to go in. Hold on. A lot of people don't understand that, like, drugs are just a symptom of our disease, okay? And so the drugs are not the problem. You got your necklace? Do you love it? Was his Black Widow necklace. Yay! I hope you love it. Um, okay, so drugs and alcohol were our solution Drugs were what we used to make ourselves feel differently. Okay? And so if you take drugs away from the equation, then you're left with self. Okay? And so we are hurting on the inside. Okay? Maybe you have underlying mental health issues. Maybe you have trauma that you haven't dealt with. Um, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really liked getting high. I liked the way drugs and alcohol made me feel. To me, it felt good. Okay, a lot of people get high, like me, because they liked the way drugs made them feel. There's nothing more, nothing less, right? Now, the longer I stayed getting high, the more compounded problems started happening, right? My grandpa is a huge enabler to my uncle. My grandpa cut myself and my brother off completely while we were addicted to drugs. But my grandma never cuts off my uncle, who's 43. She gives him money. Hey, Cassidy. So, yeah, that's definitely enabling. Um, I want to tell you guys that, you can love somebody that's struggling with addiction and help them and give them things like food, water, blankets, clothes without, and that's not enabling. But taking them to get drugs, enabling. Giving them money for drugs, enabling. Allowing them to use drugs in your home, enabling, right? So there you can set healthy boundaries with people who use drugs and still love them and support them, right? And that's kind of like the video I made about me and my husband getting sober together. All these people told me that if I wanted to get sober and stay sober, then I would have to cut my husband off. There's no way two drug addicts can get sober together. Bah, 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 bah. And that's just not true. If you want to get sober and stay sober, you're going to get sober and stay sober, right? There's going to be bumps in the road. You're going to have triggers. You're going to have thoughts of using. But at the end of the day, if you want to succeed, you will succeed. How do you make an enabling mother realize they're not helping their child? Listen, okay? You can't make anyone anything. But what you can do is share, right? Listen to me. What happened to me was I realized I was hindering my husband, okay? By providing him with things like money, a car, a debit card. And so a person has to get to a certain point where they're tired of the behavior. You know what I mean? You did? Okay, cool. Tag me in it. Where they're tired of the behavior, and send it to me on my cell phone, will you? Where they're tired. Because that's what it is, right? Like each person gets to a certain level of just being like absolutely fed up. And that's what happened for me with my husband was I got to a point where I was fed up. I was fed up. And something had to give, something had to change. So I feel like that has to kind of happen for each enabling parent, is that they have to get to a point where they see things and they're like, "Damn, dude, I'm tired of being on this hamster wheel." Because that's what it is. When you're enabling a drug addict, you're on a hamster wheel, right? Just going around in circles. Um, I have some videos with my own mother sharing her experience, and you should send those videos to your aunt, okay? Because my mom talks about the difference between loving an addict and enabling them. My mom talks about, supporting a person where they're at. Um, and so I feel like that would be a good starting point. What I do for drug addicts now in my recovery when I'm helping people, because I get messages every single day from people. What I do now is I meet people where they're at. Okay? I meet people in the middle. If you're somebody who's struggling with substance use disorder and you text me and you're like, "I'm getting high on meth, but I'm just not ready to get sober," I'm going to say, "Okay, well, I'm here to support you, and I want you to get sober, and it's what's best for you. But if you're not ready yet, I'll be here when you are ready." exactly what Nicole said. You can't make anyone realize anything, but we can educate them and hope they start making their own connections. Yeah. Um, you know, hey Cece, what's up, girl? I used to want to do interventions. Hear me out now. Hear me out. Okay. I used to want to do interventions and I was going to get trained to do it. But I have a really good friend named Sarah from Harm Reduction, or no, from Homeless at Heart. Her name's Sarah. And she taught me about how interventions are basically just a bunch of people bullying an addict into going into treatment. You know what I mean? And I never looked at it that way. I never looked at it that it is like breaking trust with that person, bombarding them, like basically just like attack mode on the person who's struggling with the addiction. And so I was watching Intervention last night on Netflix, and I was seeing how they had to lie to the person, and they're all, saying how they feel in the room, and then the person feels really, really pressured, and they feel immense amounts of guilt and shame. And it made me start thinking, like, why do we do things like this? Why are we shaming people into treatment? Like, this has to be a choice from within yourself. You have to choose to want to go to treatment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm so glad that I have people in the harm reduction community that are helping me learn about this stuff, you know? Never mind. Stick with the whole. Oh, good, good. That's awesome. Was his? I'm excited for you, baby. Um, like, you shouldn't have to coerce or trick somebody into treatment. It has to be a conscious decision from them, from their heart, that they're ready to make those changes. You know, um, the reason why people have to be coerced and tricked is because our treatment programs are broken, and they people don't understand that, like, getting off of drugs, besides the medical detox part, all the rest of it comes from within you, and you changing those behaviors that you practiced for so many years, you know? Yeah, so Lady Diana, I had been, like, basically believed all these things for so many years because the only way that I was taught to get sober was through abstinence only sobriety. And so I used to think that, like, all this stuff was the way to go, but now I'm deprogramming from all that stuff, you know? And I'm not saying that sometimes, Baker acting or Casey lawing somebody can't help them. It could change their life. It could be the thing that helps snap them out of it, right? But what I'm learning is that we need more compassion and more connection and more love than we need Casey laws, Baker acting, tricking people, into treatment. Like, why not, like, love your loved one and let them know that you're there to support them when they make the decision to go and get the help that they need. Every single person has to get to a point in their life where they see and they're ready to make those changes, you know? Um, I just feel like I'm learning so much, you guys. Like, if you guys don't watch my friend on, let me show y'all her TikTok account. I really want y'all to check out her TikTok account. Okay? It's called Homeless at Heart. Homeless at Heart. I'm gonna play one video for y'all, okay? Are y'all ready? Okay, listen up.
One time and one time only. Be careful that while you are correcting someone, that you aren't also doing the same things you're correcting them from doing. I want you to be careful that while you are talking about how someone has harmed the recovery community so much that you aren't also harming the recovery community so much. I want you to be careful that while you are outing someone for being a bully, that you aren't also being a bully. None of us are the accountability police. Every single one of us has been scrutinized, accused, and blamed, and made to feel like we don't belong somewhere. Every single one of us. When we realize that someone else is doing it, it's not okay to turn around and call that person out for every single mistake that they have made in our community or not, because I know that none of you, not a single one of you, can say that you have never done anything that didn't hold our community in the best light. Not even me. Not even me. This infighting has got to stop, and I think it's absolutely 100% disgusting and shameful that people I love and respect, and still love and respect, are following suit and laughing. Because while you are calling someone out, you're acting just like they are. And it's not cute or funny. And I don't like it. I've been waiting for it to stop, silently waiting for it to stop. Enough is enough. I'm going to say this one time and
Okay,
one time
I thought that was
only.
a really good point.
Be careful.
You know,
that
she's amazing. I also want to play a video of hers about harm reduction. So listen up.
My kids have gone home for the summer, back to their dad's house, and I'm cleaning up. My house is a mess. No rules this summer, you know. I'm cleaning up, and I found these on the floor. They're broken. I was about to throw them away, and then I remembered where they came from. When I was in active use and homeless, I bought these for them for Christmas. I bought my older son these headphones, and my younger son a controller for his Xbox. And it took so much to hide them so nobody stole them. I had to save them until probably the middle of January because I didn't see them on Christmas. I had to hitchhike to somebody's house who I knew would keep them safe. I had to go back frequently and check on them because I knew he had people in and out of the house who would steal them if they had the chance. And I also had to ignore the urge to trade those for shelter or food or drugs while I was homeless. And it just reminded me, even in the depths of my despair, I was still the best mother that I could be. Their father brought them to see me. Pulled up, I was 100 pounds lighter. It was COVID. I was unrecognizable to him and to my children. They weren't allowed to get out of the car or touch me or hug me, but I handed those gifts through the back window. My little boy said, "Mommy, how much did this cost?" I said, "Don't worry, me and Santa have a deal. Just, you didn't have to do this, Mommy. I love you." I can only imagine now looking back on that. Their dad didn't bring them to me for them. He brought them to me for me, to remind me that I was wanted and needed and loved, to keep that connection alive and well, so that I didn't keep digging for rock bottom. Even though I was trying to run as far away as I could from everybody I was hurting, something about his never failing love and constant effort brought me home. That and a lot of prayers by a lot of godly women. I met a stranger on the street one day, and I only saw him one time. He took me by the hands and he said, "You have a mother in heaven who wants you to come home to your children." I thought he was talking about my mom, but I found out a couple weeks later that my mother-in-law had passed away. The universe was conspiring to bring me home even though I hated myself. I'm so thankful I made it back. I hugged Terrence today when he dropped me off at home. I said, "Thank you for helping me be in their lives. This is a dream come true," because it is. So I'm going to throw these headphones away because they serve their purpose. I don't have to keep them for the memories. Those memories are locked into my heart and theirs forever. Don't give up on your loved ones who were lost in the battle. We do recover and we do come home. My kids have gone home for the
She was homeless on the streets. When I tell you the wound on her back is this, it was bigger than that, but it's about this big now. And she's been sober for years. But society tossed her out, dude. They kept taking her across state lines and trying to drop her off in another state when she would come back into Georgia. Okay? They were ready, the law was ready to just like discard her. like she wasn't a human being and she wasn't somebody's mom or sister or brother or whatever. They just wanted to discard her like trash and get rid of her because she was struggling with substance use disorder. You know, it's uncomfortable to be around your loved ones when they're fucked up. I know, it's uncomfortable. But making time and spending time with them and not focusing on when are you going to get sober? I'm not going to be around you. Like, if you guys don't watch anybody on social media, follow that girl and then go follow Brandy Mack. She is a mother and she's also a nurse practitioner. And she used to be brainwashed into thinking that the only way her daughter would get sober is if she went to treatment for 70 million days and Matt wasn't sober and this, that, and the third. And you should see this woman. She fucking turned her whole perspective has changed because her daughter was taken advantage of by the treatment industry. Her daughter was fucked over bad by a treatment center in Maryland. Okay? And now her daughter is still in active use, but guess what? Her and her daughter, they've been going out to eat lunch, once or twice a week and connecting and talking about life. Her daughter, she takes care of her daughter's son. She is doing exactly what Sarah's ex did for her with her kids. Like shaming them, telling them they're not allowed to be around you, um, disconnecting yourself from them is going to push them farther into their addiction. The opposite of addiction is connection. And Amy, she might never get off drugs. She might never get tired of being homeless, but she's still your sister. Instead of focusing on her getting better and becoming not homeless, make time to spend with her and do sister things. Don't talk about, oh, you need to get sober. Oh, you should be doing that. Oh, you should be doing this. She already knows all that. Connect with her. Give her the connection that she needs to see that coming back to reality and sober life would be worth it. Build a relationship with her in her active addiction and treat her like you would treat her like your sister. Love on her. Spend time with her. Um, Let her see that, hey, wait a second. This is what I'm missing out on. I'm missing out on my relationship with my sister. I'm missing out on spending time with my family. See, there's so many missed opportunities with family members of people that struggle with addiction because the family members are so focused on, you can't come around me because you're high. Oh, sorry, you're not invited to Christmas dinner because you're fucked up. Fuck that shit. Invite them to Christmas dinner. Go take them a care package. Build connection, genuine love and connection with them. And love will win. It will win. It takes time, but they need to see that they're loved and valued and that they're wanted, Because inside of us when we're in active addiction, we feel worthless. We feel ashamed. We feel embarrassed. We don't love ourselves. We feel like you don't love us. And so all the things that they teach you in traditional recovery, fuck all that shit. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. I am learning the hard way because for so many years, I pushed this bullshit that you had to turn your back. Oh, cut them off. That's not true anymore. That is a lie. Love will win. Even if they don't ever get sober, guess what? Guess what? If they don't want to get sober, that's okay. You can still love them. You're missing out on opportunities to build relationships with your loved ones because of their use of drugs or alcohol. You know what I mean? Like, what if they don't ever get sober and you cut them out of your life because that's what you were waiting for? And then they die. If your dad's an alcoholic, go rent a movie and grab some good food to eat and go sit over at the house while he drinks his alcohol and make memories with him. Because when he dies, you'll wish that you had. I'm so glad that I didn't die in my active addiction. And I have to tell you guys this. My parents, they loved me. They included me. They gave me a reason to want to still be alive. Okay, I was at every family function. I wasn't not included, but there's this like 12-step tough love rhetoric that people push, and you're basically pushing your loved ones away when they're at their most vulnerable states, right? When they need you the most. They need you the most. They need you to love them and let them know that they're loved still, you know? And so don't fall for the hype. Don't believe the fucking bullshit. Okay? Love will win. Love your addicted loved ones. Connect with your addictive loved ones. The opposite of addiction is connection. They have to find a purpose in a connection. Okay? They have to find something that trumps being fucking high. You know what I mean? That's what happened for me is I found something that trumped being high. And that's being a mom. That's me being a mom. My son is my everything. I would lay my life on the line to protect my son. And being his mom, it makes me so happy. And it gives me so much purpose. I have a purpose-driven life. Amy, you need to make a trip down there and spend time with her. I truly believe it 100%. I think you should make a date of it where you go down and you take her some like clothes and stuff so she didn't have to, take her a care package with some clothes, some food, hygiene products, and a journal. And write in the first page of the journal that you love her and that you want to support her where she's at. And if using substances is where she's at right now, that you're there for her and you want to have a relationship with her. You know what I mean? Society punishes our most traumatized people instead of helping. We as a society, we need to learn how to look at the cause of addiction differently. Absolutely, lady. I agree 100%. When I worked with the homeless addicts who had no want to stop using, I'd say, have you ever thought of just smoking pot? Even that is a harm reduction tool. These people are sick and traumatized. Expecting them not to take anything is not going to work for everyone. Absolutely. I was using badly. My grandparents were keeping my newborn son. My grandma told everyone to stop sending me pictures of my son. They thought it would make it easier for me if my rights were taken. Exactly. That's bullshit. That should Cassidy. What should have done was they should have been inundating you with thousands of pictures of your son. They should have been setting up opportunities for you to come over and be with your son in a supervised setting. So that way you could see what you were missing out on and see that you were missing these integral parts of your newborn baby's life. They shouldn't have taken your son and hid them away from you. This is the problem with addiction treatment. This is the problem. I'm telling y'all 100%. Taking my son from me when I was in active addiction and placing him in a stranger foster care home was the worst thing they could have ever done for me. What should have been done was me and my baby should have been placed in a woman and baby facility where I could have been taught how to be a mother sober, and I could learn all the things that I needed to learn and live there for 6 months learning how to be a sober, happy mama with my baby. Because my baby gave me a reason to live. But instead, my baby was taken from me and given to a family that I didn't even know. When I literally petitioned the courts for my son to go with next of kin, why on God's green earth would you take my baby and give my baby to a fucking stranger? Why? There's no reason for it. There's no explanation. Oh, the grandparents are too old. 60 is too old? That's bullshit. It was all about money. It was never about helping me or my husband. Ever. Ever. My family is dysfunctional in all areas, but when I got too skinny, they stopped buying me food. Make that make sense. Like, what? And so, like, instead of punishing our loved ones who are struggling with active addiction, we need to literally encompass them in love and support and connection and inspiration and positivity and let them know, hey, listen, I respect your choice. I respect your choice to use drugs. And if that's what you want to do, I understand. I want to be a part of your life. I want to see you happy and I want to have a relationship with you. I want to continue making memories with my loved ones. I don't want to push you out of my life just because you use drugs. You know? Like, it makes me really sad, dude. It really does. It makes me emotional because, like, y'all, I could have lost my son forever. Okay? I could have lost my son forever. The state of Arkansas didn't take my son to help me. The state of Arkansas took my son because they thought I wouldn't get sober. And they thought that they would be able to keep my beautiful little white baby. That's what's the fuck is up. Okay? They thought that they would be able to keep my little white baby boy. And they wrote me off as a lost cause. But I came out the motherfucking gate punching and fucking saying, hell to the motherfucking no. I watched mothers have their children taken away, which made them hopeless and use harder drugs. Now sell their bodies for drugs. It makes people's addictions worth. Absolutely. And there are always going to be exceptions to the rule. There's always going to be there's people out there, you guys, who um, hold on. There's always going to be those people out there though that, you know, no matter what you do, they just don't want to change or whatever, whatever. But for the most part, y'all, if you have somebody who's struggling with addiction, okay, taking their support system away, taking their children away, taking the people that love them away, hiding them away from society. Guess what? It only makes the situation worse. It only hurts them. It only hurts them. And so, man, I'm telling you guys, it is so hard for me because for so many years, I was taught all this fake shit by the treatment industry. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all. Okay? And this is why I don't fucking work for a rehab. This is why, like I tell you guys, like the treatment industry is broken. This is why I don't work with rehab centers because I do not believe that rehab centers have your best interest at heart. I had two toddlers and they had always gone to Costco for us to make sure we had something to eat. We did. We showed their asses, honey. Um, so yeah, when they took Nathaniel away, like I think that they thought that I was just gonna lay down and take it like a dog. I think that they thought that I was just gonna go, oh well, now I'm not gonna get my son back. I guess I'm gonna have to not get my no, fuck no. Here I come, bitch. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for my son, and you better get the fuck up out of my way, okay? Get out of my way because I'm coming through, bitch. I'm coming through. There was no way I was going to lay down and allow my son to just be taken from me and not fight for him. You know, thank God I had enough in me to still fight because I was broken, you guys. I was fucking broken. Okay? Like imagine somebody who didn't maybe have the mental I still had my mental capacity about me. Okay? Imagine a woman who has been in meth psychosis for many, many years and has hurt and damaged herself to the point where she can't fucking she can't, right? That shit sucks. Hey John, what's up, baby? Shout out to you, honey. And I want to tell you guys, please, please, if you're somebody who has questions, and you're wanting to know something, I have a question and answer poll on my community tab. Please go and ask the question, you guys. If you're somebody who is trying to conspiracy theory, make up lies about me, you have questions, be woman enough to just ask the fucking question. Okay? You guys have my cell phone number. I talked about this at the beginning of this video, but there's a lot of people like trying to make up lies about me. There's a lot of people questioning my integrity and questioning my whole fucking existence. Stand 10 toes down and ask me the fucking question to my face. Like, so many people want to talk, and then when I confront them, y'all are like melting like butter in my hands. I cannot believe how two-faced people are online. So please, I have to put this in this video. I know we're talking about recovery, but I really, really want those of you guys who are sitting behind the scenes, yappy, 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 yappy. I'm giving you the opportunity to yappy, yappy and ask me the question. Ask it. Ask it. I will answer your question. You guys wouldn't know anything about my shit if I didn't tell you it. I expose myself every single day. Every single day. I don't know who you're talking about, John. Sorry. I cannot tell you guys how many people I have seen yappy, yappy, yappy here on YouTube. But then when I go and I say, hey, what's up? And I text message their cell phone, they're like, oh, I love you. Ask your questions. I don't got nothing to hide. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have no reason to. That's why I made the video yesterday about my mental health meds. For those of you guys that were wondering, some people were trying to act like I lied about when I came off my mental health meds. Okay, no, I'm not lying. I literally didn't go and grab my calendar. I apologize. I should have grabbed my calendar and looked at the exact dates. But what I did was I went on TikTok. I looked at my videos about Lexapro, and on May 3rd, I was 3 to 4 weeks off of Lexapro and Wellbutrin. I staggered the two, so I came off one week, and the next one like a week or two later. But I had been tapering for a while. I just really started my tape, like really hitting the taper hard and going down really, really quickly in February or March. But last year, I had already started taking less, you know? Yeah, Nick, I agree. 100% I agree with you. But this is more for people who, this is for my supporters and people who are on the fence who really do have questions. You know, just ask me. I will tell you. I will tell you. Again, to people who are saying things like I'm a body broker, I don't work in treatment. I do not work for a rehab. I can't broker bodies into anywhere because I don't work for a treatment center. Like, so many people don't understand. I guess it's because they don't do social media, but people don't understand marketing, social media account marketing. I market for many different places, but no treatment centers. But I want to show y'all the video I was telling you guys about. This video was made on May 3rd. I've been able to successfully come off of Wellbutrin and I think Lexapro. That video right there was made May 3rd, and I was 3 to 4 weeks off of Lexapro and Wellbutrin. So that means I started my freaking taper in February, March, and I was off by April. And May 3rd, I had almost a whole month off of Lexapro. Yeah, so I wanted to come on here and I wanted to share with you guys that that's April, May, June, July, August, September, 7 months off of my... Okay. Then I also made a video.
Not need to let everyone in at the same level. We're indoctrinated into this just rigorous.
This is so true. You know, like I've always prided myself off of being transparent and sharing like my struggles as I go through them. And people have tried to hurt me with my own truth. You know, like last year in November, I struggled with overtaking diet pills, and I was honest about that. And people tried to expose me for something that I shared and I talk about openly on multiple platforms. I've gone live on other people's channels. I've gone live on my channel and talked about it. And they tried to shame me for that. I just recently. So it's like people say that they want honesty, but then when I'm fucking brutally honest about something I struggled with, people try to shame me for it. No, honey, it ain't gonna work here. I tell everything and I'm honest, but I will tell y'all this from now on, I'm not gonna do that ever again. Because I don't think people deserve to know my struggles because they can't respect me. And so I was honest because I wanted to help other people. It's very easy to start taking diet pills and overtake them because you want to see results. And that's what happened to me. And I was honest about that. I was so honest about it and real. And people tried to attack me for that and act like I was doing meth. I wasn't even doing amphetamines. These were over the counter. They didn't even have ephedrine in them. Like, are you kidding me? Fucking joke. When you have a bright light, you attract a lot of moths. This is what Nicole is dealing with right now because she has the brightest light and energy. Oh, damn. Thank you. That made me. You're right. You're right. And listen, I know that I set myself up for a lot of it because I'm so transparent and I talk about everything, right? I don't care. I don't care if you don't like me. You know? I don't care if you don't want to support me. Okay? Thank you so much, Pixie. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't support me. Go do that somewhere else, you know? We already know to see a doctor, bitch goddess supreme. Okay? Everybody knows that here. We are sharing our struggles transparently and it helps other people. Okay, if you don't like it, then get the fuck off my page. You know what I'm saying? Get off my page. But being honest and sharing my truth and being like, I have let people into my personal business. You know what I mean? And what I have learned from the whole situation is that not everybody deserves to know my personal business. And I won't do it ever again. I made a big mistake I made a big mistake letting people in who I thought deserved to be let in and they don't. Not everybody deserves to know. Because not everybody out there has good intentions. Okay? Like rallying people together and saying, go clip all Nicole's videos where she contradicts herself. That's sick as fuck. Okay? You have to be a really bored, sick person to do shit like that. But I'll tell you this. I am who I am. I am real, I am authentic, and I am genuine. And I literally wear my heart on my sleeve. I help so many people. And I will be damned if people try to take that away from me and make it like I'm not a good person or try to hurt me. It's not going to work. And so give it up. Give it up. I'm not going to let the sick, negative people online distract me from helping others still. You know, all the stuff that has happened to me over the last couple of months, I almost let it deter me from doing what I feel when I tell you guys, I cannot stress this to you enough. What has helped me stay sober for so many years, 8 years of sobriety, is helping other people. Helping other people. And I'm not going to let a handful, maybe 40 people, deter me from helping people that need support. You know, I'm here to meet you where you're at. I'm here to cheer you on if you're struggling. I'm here to help you find resources. I'm here to build you up. Okay? Like, that's what I'm about. And so, if that bothers you or makes you feel uncomfortable, get off my page. You know? Um, yeah, everybody knows that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist. I am a person in long term recovery. I am a coach, and I have been doing this for almost 6 years, helping people online. Um, and I practice what I preach. So, yeah, it's easy to get caught up, you guys, in like internet BS. And that is the biggest mistake that I made this last year, was getting stuck in it. It's okay to make mistakes, and we're all human. Like, we all get caught up in like a internet drama and bullshit like that. But what we're supposed to do is get caught up and then course correct. Where I fucked up was I didn't course correct quick enough. And I'm only human, and I have literally taken responsibility for that, you know? So, I think it's like really telling that there's like a group of people who are trying to like continue fucking with me after I've course corrected. Okay? Like, allow me to course correct and take notes, because I'm telling you right now, you're not going to get that from other people. Okay? Other people won't even admit that they made a mistake. You know? Okay. But I'm talking about this for the people who have questions, who are my supporters. And it's no more, no less. Now, back to what I was saying about recovery being for people who want it, not for people who need it. It's easy for people to just spout off the bullshit that they've heard for the last 50 to 100 years. But if you really think about it, all the bullshit that they've taught you guys, where does it all circle back around to? Think about this. Where does it all circle back around to? It all circles back around to putting money in treatment centers' pockets. That's why I have changed so many of my views on recovery. That's why I have become open-minded, and I support all pathways to recovery. Okay? I used to be somebody, y'all, who was against plant medicine. You realize that, don't you? I used to not support Cali Sober because I really thought that was bad. I didn't understand that there was actually people out there that could utilize medical marijuana, and it helped their depression, and it helped their anxiety, and it helped their life. Bad bitches support harm reduction. Remember that. Okay? That's how much I have grown over the last six years making social media content. Okay? I used to really think that plant medicine was bad. And now it's like, honestly, I can't do medical marijuana because I can't stop eating when I smoke. But as far as psychedelics like mushrooms, wait and see, honey. Wait and see. When I get off Suboxone one day, I'm going to start microdosing. And I'm going to do a whole deep dive on it. But because I'm on Suboxone, the effects are not really felt like they should be. Thick thighs and witch vibes. Isn't that cute? Hey, what's up, Dave? I see you, honey. But, that's my Rowan, huh? Hey, Rowan, what's up, baby? I'm telling you guys, like, once I get off Suboxone and I can do microdosing the right way, I'm going to do a whole series on it. A whole series. I know, Ash. I was just talking about her earlier in the live. I was just telling everybody about Brandy Mack and how her views went from one extreme to the next. And that's basically what has happened with me. My views went from one extreme to the next because I realized that, at the end of the day, every person has to choose recovery for themselves. And tricking them into forcing them into it isn't gonna, it has to be a choice from within, a choice from within yourself. You have to make that decision on your own. Loving your loved one through their addiction and through their trauma is the best thing that you can do. It's the best thing you can do. Do not fucking push them away. Do not hide from them. Do not alienate your addicted loved ones. Okay? That's not going to help them get better. Okay? Do not hide their children from them. No. Invite them to the school functions. Send them the pictures. Let them know their babies miss them and love them. You know? I got these shirts from Public Health Barbie on Etsy. And I got a discount code for y'all. Let me go get it. Public Health Barbie on Etsy. Okay? And this is y'all's discount code. You can get 18% off with the code THANKYOU18. THANKYOU18. Public Health Barbie is where I got these. Y'all want to see my other one? Woo, you're going to die when you see this one. Wait until you see this one. Hold on. Okay, is that it? Oh, yeah, that's it. Are y'all ready for this one? Suboxone is sober. When I'm with you. Hell yeah, right? Excuse me. Yes! Yes! Oh, people are like, and there's more and more people coming around to realizing that they've basically been lied to and duped for many, many years. And so you got to meet people where they're at, you guys. You got to meet people where they're at. If you want people to have successful recovery, forcing them into things, it's not healthy for you or that person. Okay? We have to meet people where they're at. Meet them where they're at and love them until they can love themselves. You know? You did? Hey! Suboxone saved my life. And I will forever, ever be grateful that for this medication. And I will forever sing its praises. Because I wouldn't be alive today if I hadn't got on MAT. And I'm telling y'all right now, nobody can tell me or say anything any different to me. Because I have been made fun of. I have been told that I'm not sober because I'm on subs. I have been told that I shouldn't be sharing my story because I'm on subs. And you know what I have to say to those people? Sit on it and spin, bitch. Yeah. Anybody is, and I want people to understand something. If you're somebody who's using substances, I respect you. I love you, and you're accepted here. I'm not going to badger you and tell you how you need to get sober every day. You already know. You already know what you need to do. You know in your heart of hearts what's up. Okay? I'm here to love you and support you and to encourage you. This is the bridge. We're bridging a gap. There's a huge gap in the recovery community, and it's this gap that people have to be where you're at, and they have to do things the way you do them. And honey, that just ain't the fucking thing no more. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. Okay? Like, step off, back up. I've been doing this for, like I said, 6 years. I've been helping people online and through my videos and meeting with these people, helping them get resources. And I'm telling you, I have lived personal experience. Shoving sobriety down somebody's throat, constantly preaching to them, never got me anywhere with someone who is in active addiction. You know what has gotten me places with people? Connecting with them, walking through life with them while they are using substances. Because guess what? Then we have trust. Then we have a rapport. And guess what ends up happening? It may take 30 days, 6 months, a year, maybe 10 years. But then that phone rings. Hey, Nicole, it's time. I'm ready to take the leap. I'm ready to change my life. Hot diggity dog, let's roll. You know what I mean? And then I say, all right, how you want to do it? I don't say, oh, you got to get into treatment. Oh, you got to stop drinking. Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. I say, what would be your preferred method of recovery? And how can I help you achieve that? Let's kick it, baby. Let's roll. Oh, you want to do Dharma recovery. Or, oh, you want to do smart recovery. That's not my method of recovery, right? I don't go, oh, that's not my method of recovery. You need to do it this way. I say, let me find somebody for you that I know knows that recovery pathway backwards, forward, and upside down. And let me connect you with the resources to get you plugged in so you can be the best smart recovery person of the world, or the best Dharma recovery person of the world, or the best Suboxone recovery person of the world, right? I don't say, oh, I need to talk you. No, you need to do AA, 12 steps, get on your knees, pray to Jesus, do a back handspring, double tucks, land in the splits, or else you can't stay sober. That's not how it works. And I know this because I have lived this. I have been living, helping people for the last 6 years. Every single day. Every single day of my life, I talk to at least one person who is needing support and who needs help in their life. And I'm telling you guys from experience, shoving shit down people's throat, preaching to people, it never works. This is a great question. Oh my gosh. This is a great question. I want to talk about it right now, but I'm also going to film it in my Q&A. This person says, in 2019, I signed custody of my son over to my grandparents when he was around 4 months old. It's been almost 4 years and I've been doing better. My grandmother says she will sign custody back into my name once I weaned off methadone. I tried to wean off way too fast last year and relapsed badly on alcohol. I don't want to jump off methadone, but I want to be able to make decisions for myself and my son. How should I file for custody back? Most importantly, how do I take custody back without offending my grandmother? Okay, first and foremost, it's not your grandmother's job to put stipulations on when you're allowed to have custody of your child back. You need to get a lawyer and go through the courts. Okay? You do not have to come off of methadone to get your child back. You don't ever have to get off methadone. If methadone is helping you to maintain a sober lifestyle and you're be able to function, hold a job, and do all the things, that's not a stipulation. That's your medication. And if you need medication to function, that's all. That's it. There's nothing else to say about it. Grandmother, you don't get to make the fucking rules. Okay? You need to get a lawyer and you need to go ahead and file for custody back of your son. You need to document everything. You need to show that you've been passing drug tests for the last 4 years. You need to show that you have gainful employment for the last however many years. You need to show that you have been a part of your child's life. You need to show that you have taken parenting classes or start taking parenting classes. All of these things need to be documented. Documented, okay? Y'all do not allow people to tell you that you have to get off medication to be a parent. Okay? when did Granny become a doctor? Because last time I checked, these people don't even know, they're not even the addict. They don't have any experience. And so no, that's not how life works. I'm proud of you for signing over custody of your child when you couldn't take care of your child, but now you're in your right mind, you're sober, and you're doing the right thing. Get a lawyer and petition for custody of your child back. And no, Granny, you don't get to make the decisions. And it is. So, just so you guys know, that people that struggle with addiction are protected by the Americans with Disabilities Act. Okay? And so, you being on medication assisted treatment, people can't discriminate against you for that. Let me share something that happened to me. So, a couple of years ago, I was asked to become a peer in Arkansas. So, I filled out all the paperwork to do the peer support. Well, they knew I was on Suboxone and denied me. And I was like, wait a second. So I reached out to the goddess of harm reduction, Tracy Helton, and she taught me that they can't do that. They can't discriminate against me because I'm on Suboxone. So she wrote the state of Arkansas. So many people wrote into the state of Arkansas and complained about this fucking rule, right? And basically, they changed it. They changed it to, yes, you can be a peer. You just have to make sure that you've been going to the same doctor and have past drug tests. Yeah. They tried to do the same thing to me with Nathaniel. They tried to tell me and my husband that we had to be off subs to get custody of our son back. Nope, that's not how life works. This is a legal prescription that's prescribed to me by my physician, and I take it as prescribed, and I'm not impaired. So I'm getting my kid back. And that's what I did. I got my kid back. So would you go and tell somebody that is diabetic that they can't have their child back until they're off insulin? Would you go tell somebody that has heart disease or heart problems that they can't get their kid back until they're off their heart medication? No, because that person could literally die. So why is it the opposite with addiction? We fought. We fought Facebook. We fought the state of Arkansas, and we won. We won. It was so amazing too. Do you know how great it felt to get custody of my son back? The judge was like, when we came in and we educated the judge, because the judge didn't have any education on Suboxone. So she was just listening to what the attorney ad litem said. When we came back and we had my doctors come in and educate the judge and everybody, that judge said, oh, honey, this baby boy's going back to his mom and dad. And that's final. And that's that. You know what I mean? This baby boy is going back to his family. And that is that. Honey. But, like, why would you want to keep a child from their family who takes good care of them? You know? That, it just makes me so sad. And when I see people, like, commenting about me being a parent, and, like, when I tell you guys, I am so hands-on with my son that it goes all over me. Like, my son is in the best care, and being with his parents is where he belongs. And to anybody that would want to make him not be here, that's sick. That's sick. My son would literally be devastated if he wasn't in my life. It would literally kill him. Okay? And so when I see people like trying to start rumors up about me and my parenting and what I do, like, that is just so sick to me, because my baby boy is thriving, dude. thriving. He has the best life a kid could ever have. And to think that somebody would want to keep him from his parents is just disgusting to me. It's disgusting. You cannot like somebody and still realize that they're a good fucking parent and they would never harm their child. You know, it just makes me so sad because it's like people cross over into this like hate clouded judgment and they can't see anything past that. And it's sad. It's really sad. When I'm with you. Okay, there's those. I folded all the laundry. Yay me! But yes, Ashley, I want to have you on to talk about your experience with methadone and CPS. I think that would be a great video. But anyways, I feel like we've talked about a lot, and so a lot to digest. Um, is there anything you guys want to ask me before we go? You're more than welcome to ask me anything. Like I said, you guys, anything. I just want people to know that you're not alone and that pushing people out of your life because they struggle with drugs is the last thing that you should do. You know, love that person, support them. Of course, if you're a person that's in recovery also, I wouldn't recommend like hanging out all the time with somebody who's on substances or around substances, but there's a way for you to have a connection with your loved one and protect yourself at the same time, setting healthy boundaries, you know? I watched your video about emotional relapse and that resonated harm. I'm wondering how you're feeling now. How am I feeling now after having an emotional relapse? I love you, yes. I'm ashamed of myself because I know better, you know, and I feel a lot of shame because of it. I think what's making me feel more feel like that is the fact that people are like actively trying to harm me, and I feel like really bad about it, you know. But I can't make people stop. I can't do anything about it except for keep pushing forward and keep doing the right thing that I know is the right thing to do, which is what I did, which is I took responsibility for the mistake that I made, and that's all I can do. You know, it's really overwhelming and tiring because it's like you do the right thing, you take responsibility, but people are still trying to hurt me. And that's what I think makes this whole situation so fucked up because it's like it shows me that people don't give a fuck. They didn't want me to take responsibility. They didn't want me to be accountable. And they don't care that I was accountable or took responsibility. All they care about is hurting me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my leg is cramping. Oh, I got a cramp, y'all. What kind of support do you need from us? Ooh, I would love a tarot reading. Yes, that would be amazing. Oh my gosh, I would love that. The kind of support that I need from my supporters is I need for you guys to not send me the things that you see online about me. Okay, I do know what's being said, and the only time I ever care or want to know is if it's something that's going to directly affect my family, you know, my son or my husband. Other than that, I just want people to support me and to ignore the negativity, and that helps me to not go back into it mentally, because I feel like I keep having to touch it because I keep having to, people keep bringing it to me, you know, and I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at anybody for that. I understand that people want to stick up for me, you know, but there's nothing that we can do to change people's minds. Okay. These people have their mind made up about me. They're not going to change their mind. They're not people who want to support me or see me do better. They're people who are angry because I'm no longer taking part in the hate campaign. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. And I'm signing off from that. And that makes them mad because they can't do it on their own. You know? And that's all. I just need people to, ignore that negativity bullshit, and let's focus on like really getting back to focusing on sobriety, recovery support, helping me stay accountable by like, saying, "Hey Nicole, you know, are you doing your journaling? I have an appointment today with my therapist. Are you making your appointments with your therapist?" And help me stay accountable with that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, that's all. You guys support me by being here and watching my videos and being a positive light in my life. I try to be a positive light for you guys by like sharing positive stuff online, but you guys could help me by also maybe sending me some stuff that's positive, stuff for me to read. Uh, I've been doing these like thought provoking posts where it's like basically asking you a question. And so, like this morning, I posted on my Facebook and here on YouTube about if you were offered $1 million to sing a song without messing up any of the words, what song would it be? I think that's like a way for us to talk about other topics and focus on like healthy things. Like, it's not healthy for me to be focused on somebody else's life. Okay. And I take full responsibility for that. And I realize the mistakes that I made, um, you know, in the past. And so that's why I'm getting back to focusing on my situation in my life. I do feel very strongly about, the truth and honesty, but that's it. I should have said what I said and then moved forward from it instead of keeping the negative hate campaign. And like I said, it was never a hate campaign for me. For other people, maybe yes, but for me, it was about the truth. And it was about someone who has been making a lot of money off the recovery community for many years being dishonest with that community. And I felt like the truth needed to be told. But at the end of the day, it's not my job. I'm not the truth police. That's another mistake that I made, and I'm trying to move forward from that. I love crystals and opals. Send me all the opals. Ah! I love opals. I got my opals in my jewelry box. Okay, there's Neil's clothes. So what I'm doing right now, you guys, is I'm getting ready to start packing for our vacation. Because for those of you guys that don't know, we're going ghost hunting, and I'm so freaking excited. So I got to get a little bag for us packed. We're going to stay Friday, Saturday night, come home Sunday. So I think the bag that I took to California will be sufficient enough to carry all of our stuff in it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe a little small. No, I can fit it all in here. Yeah, I can fit all of our stuff in here. And then I need to get those travel stuff. I'll be careful, I promise. How do I help someone struggling with alcohol? They don't want to drink anymore, but they don't really have any hobbies or interests to take up their time. I just don't know where to start. First and foremost, Britt, they need to go see a doctor. Okay? They need to go see a doctor to make sure that they can come off of alcohol without any physical withdrawal. Okay? So they need to be medically cleared first. if they're medically cleared and they, don't need to go into a detox facility, um, I would suggest getting them involved, if they don't have hobbies and stuff, getting them involved online with some solid recovery groups for support. You know, um, it's going to take them stepping out of their comfort zone. A lot of people don't want to be uncomfortable. And so it's going to be a little uncomfortable. They're going to feel a little uneasy because it's all going to be new to them. Face wash. But it'll be the best thing for them. So that's what I would suggest, getting them connected with some online resources. Get rid of that. Boop. So that way they have a connection, because the opposite of addiction is connection. And honestly, like, AA for alcoholics, I feel like is a good program for people that struggle with alcoholism. That's always a great option. Even though I don't go to AA myself, it really did help me a lot, you guys, a lot. I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't done the steps, and I'm doing the steps again with a sponsor now. So, which is huge for me, because I'm going through and realizing so much stuff. You know what I realized recently, you guys, and I'm so proud of myself, is that, excuse me, one of the things that I struggle with, and I identified this and realized this, is that, I still really struggle with, like, the want to be accepted, and the want to fit in and be a part of. And it's like that little girl, Nicole, inside of me, from when I was a kid, is still like, wanting that acceptance. And so I'm learning that, like, I have to accept me. I have to love me, and nobody else can do that for me, like, no situation, like, a lot of people are like, oh, Nicole's being canceled, Nicole this, Nicole that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. The only person that can cancel me is me. I'm learning from this. I have learned so freaking much, you guys. And I'm going to tell you that this situation it weeded out my garden. Okay? I had a lot of weeds. And baby, them weeds have been plucked, pulled, and thrown to the side. And now we have a beautiful, beautiful garden of flowers that are beginning to bloom. And it's us. We are the flowers, okay? We're the flowers that are beginning to bloom. And these are my people, The people who are here with me, y'all are my people. You guys are the people who have supported me, and you want to see me succeed. You see that that I want growth, and I want to be better. You know what I mean? Like, I am so grateful. I feel like my higher power did for me what I couldn't do for myself. And so I'm proud. I'm really happy about it. I could look at the whole situation and look at it as such a negative thing, but it's not. It ended up being something that helped me. What's your question? Come on with it. I'm listening. I'll answer them. Go ahead, baby. Okay, let me get my makeup packed too while we're chit-chatting, because I'm going to have a little makeup bag so I can do my makeup while we're there. Okie dokie. And I'm going to use this clear bag to pack it. When I'm with you. Totally like grounding. Oh, that's gone, basically. I'm wondering if you have ever done outreach in your city and if that's something you're interested in. First of all, yes, I've done a little bit of outreach here, but I would love to get involved more. I would love to do it where I actually go and like I said, meet people where they're at. Meet people where they're at. I don't want to force anything on anybody. I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. You know, La Roche Posay for the primer, green for me. But yeah, I would love to do that, Rafiki. I would love to do that. Bronzer, foundation brush, setting, eye makeup. Um, that would mean so much to me to be able to do that and help people. Um, so, if that's my answer, yes. What I want to do, I did reach out to this harm reduction agency here where I live. This is going to be my concealer. Okay. And then I got a type of cream blush, highlighter, sunblock, foundation, my favorite highlighter, makeup sponge, and then I want to do a palette that I don't want it to break while I'm there. So let's take like a simple the Infinity palette. So let me show y'all something. This palette, you can use it for everything. Blush, bronzer, and so that's what we're going to take. It's already got it crack in it, so that's what we'll take. Okay, cool. And we'll put that on to the side. Do I have cream bronzer? Let me grab my cream bronzer, which is, oh, you know what? I love that y'all are asking me these questions. It means a lot to me. I just want to help people. I don't want people to die, and being involved in my city would mean so much to me. It really, really would. Okay. Did I put a blush in there to set it? Oh, here. Okay. And then we'll take, this is like a bronzy eye. There we go. There's the makeup. All I need. And then I have my perfume in my purse. Okay. What is Ashley saying? When I was an outpatient, they required meetings, Nicole's old YouTube, and told them that was my meeting. They ended up saying it was a great channel to utilize. Yes, my old channel, you guys. They used my videos in. It's amazing. It makes me cry just thinking about it. They would use my videos to help people in the MAT programs. Isn't that fucking awesome? Yeah. I've been doing this stuff online for a really long time. And, that's why, like, people are who trying to hurt me. Like, it's not going to work. Like, I have been doing this for a long time. And I have set a path. And I'm respected. And everybody makes mistakes. And so, like, people trying to hurt and harm me and keep me from being able to be successful, it's just really sad. Because, like, I made a mistake. And people are trying to, like, hurt me after I've made a mistake and got honest about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and what I think really hurts the most about it is that people are trying to act like I'm disposable. Like, because I made a mistake that I don't deserve to be a part of the community. And that just made me realize so much how I just want to march to the beat of my own drum. I don't want to be a part of something where people would just dispose of me for making mistakes. You know what I mean? It's just and how I have been so genuine and so honest about that mistake and taking responsibility for it, and to see people just try to hurt me, it just makes me so sad. It makes me so sad because that's not what recovery is about, y'all. Okay, that's not how we treat people who struggle. And I've said this since day one, since the JK situation. Okay, like, I never set out to make her life a living hell or harm her. And so I said it over and over and over again. Don't go into people's real lives. Don't do this. Don't do that. We don't do this. We don't do that. If she asked me for help, I would help her. And it's just sick. That's how you know that these people don't care. It's not about recovery for them. It's about harming somebody. And that's what I'm not here for, dude. I'm not about that. Like, that will never be me. And it never was me. Okay? It never was me. I was never trying to harm somebody or ruin their life or take shit from them. This I'm taking with me. That's my pillow talk. Pillow talk. Also want to take... No, we're not going to do no face masks there now. Settle down, Nicole. Settle down. you know, and so that just makes me so sad because that's not recovery. You know, that's not what recovery is about. And that's how I know that it's not people in the recovery community that are doing that to me. That this is people who are an offset of a group of people on the hate pages, and we're just going to keep it moving and let them be where they're at. You know, but I got love. I love my recovery community. My recovery community has helped me so much to be a good person. And we're going to take those gels, and then we're going to take these gels. Boop. And we're going to take one mask because we're going to have a candlelight meeting on Saturday night, really late, so I hope y'all can make it. But my patrons, candlelight meeting Saturday night, after probably, it'll be like midnight, but it's going down. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, my motives from the beginning were just to share the truth because people were being dishonest, right? But like I said, I should have done that and then kept it moving, and that's where I made the mistake. And so that's why I have taken accountability for that and now I'm trying to move forward. You know, I think a lot of people also are so confused because they think that they just think so much stuff is going on that's not happening. And reading it and seeing people like making up conspiracies is so funny to me because they could just message me and I would tell you. You don't even have to speculate. Like, you could, I would love to go on someone's channel who would like want to interview me and ask me questions about the whole situation, and I would tell everybody that I would just tell y'all, you know, that would be a really good video. And if anybody sat down and actually interviewed me and asked me about it, I would tell you exactly how it all started and why I did it and why I got into it and what it meant to me and everything, you know. But people don't want to do that. They want to just talk mess. Like, they could get the inside scoop and do an interview and know exactly everything, but instead they just want to like spread rumors, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, my focus got skewed, and you know, now my focus is back on doing the right thing and helping people. So there, I got my makeup and toiletries. Then I need to pack Nate a couple of outfits. So let's do that. Let's grab Nate's outfits. That's easy peasy. I don't know how cold it's going to be, so I'm going to pack shorts too. So we're going to grab Saturday boxers and Sunday boxers. Okay, Saturday socks, Sunday socks. Okay. Venom, long sleeve, short sleeve, and then a pair of pants and a pair of shorts. Yeah, okay. Because he'll wear something Friday, then Saturday, Sunday. Let's grab him. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy, chicken deasy, baby. Maybe one more short sleeve shirt. So that way he has choices. You know what I'm saying, baby? Or another long sleeve. So I got two long sleeves and one short sleeve. I'm so excited, you guys. I cannot fucking wait. And look, I got Nate's lava lamp fixed. I had to order a new bulb for it. Oh, pajamas too for Nate. Pajamas. I think I have. Oh, there they are. Pajama pants. Yeah, we're going to have so much fun. Because he'll usually just sleep in t-shirt and pajama pants. Boop, boop, boop. And then I just need my chonies. Chonies, and chonies. Chonies for mama. Do y'all call them chonies? And then we'll do my pajamas, my little star pajamas. Okay. All right, star pajamas. And then let's grab one bra. So this is a long sleeve shirt. Lightweight hoodie that's long sleeve. Busting out the pink, y'all. Pink leggings. Love those. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, I don't know what shirt I want to wear. So I know. So that's a tie-dyed hoodie with a little tank top underneath it so I won't be too hot. Because I'm having a feeling it's going to be like warmer. You know what I mean? So then I have these leggings that I got too. That are, I love the flare bottom, you know? So those are brand new. And then I will pack my tank top to go underneath. A black cami tank top. So that will be Saturday and Sunday. Okay, cool. And then let's just grab some shorts to throw those in there just to be on the safe side in case it gets too warm. Fuck around and find out is what the shirt says. Do you love it? Code Nicole at checkout, you guys, if you want to get a discount. It's on Untamed Ego LLC. So, put those like that. And then my shorts that I love wearing, which are, we're going to do jean shorts, my cut-off jean shorts. Okay. So that's just in case it gets hot, I have an option. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all this hoodie though that I'm talking about. Let me see this too. Okay, this is my Pettigene State Park long sleeve. Does it have stains on it? Oil stain. Ugh, that pisses me off. You know how you like drop something on your shirt and it leaves a stain? Oh well, it'll be fine. I'll get me another long sleeve when I'm there. Okay, but I want to show y'all this pink hoodie that's going to go with my pink leggings. Because it's not going to be cold. We're going to be up in the Ozark Mountains, so it's not going to be super cold. Yeah. It's purple. Okay. Okay. And then I'll let Neil pick out what he wants to wear, because, you know. So that'll be one day with the cami underneath, and then I have the shirt with the shorts just in case, and one long sleeve option. Okay. And we're leaving tomorrow morning, like at 10ish, I think. Whew, that's a big bag right there. I guess I could pack Daddy's for him. Should I pack Daddy's, y'all? I'll let Daddy pack his. Okay. And put a bra in there. Cool. That's me and Nate's. And Daddy can fit his clothes in there too. So that way we got everything packed that we need. Okay, now. These are just like regular leggings. They're pink. They're by Pink too. And they're high-waisted control tummy, which I really like too. So I'll probably wear those on the way there. Okay. With my In Hose We Trust shirt. No, I have parent-teacher conference, Nicole. You can't go to In Hose We Trust parent-teacher conference. I'll figure it out. Okay. Also, these Chuck Taylors are for sale. Whoever wants them, like $20. And these boots, whoever wants them. I've literally worn them maybe 5 times. These are $50. Okay. So if you want to buy those, buy them. Okay. All right. I'm out of here. I'm going to get off here. I packed my bag. No, Laura, we're going to go to the Basin Park one. They didn't have any openings at the Crescent. I wish, you guys. I wish. The boots are a size, I want to say 9, but let me check. Oh, 8.5. 8.5, and they're blue. They got blue, like light baby blue. They're brand new. Like I've worn them 5 times. They just need leather, like to be shined up with the leather cleaner stuff. Everything is, good to go. Okay. I hate packing too. I'm going to wear my Converse and my New Balance. My black Converse and my black New Balances. And I am going to bring my camera. And I'm actually going to fucking make memories. So, which I need to learn how to work this damn camera, you guys. I am the world's worst at working this camera. So, I need to study it today. But I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and hearing what I have to say. If you like what I had to say or you enjoy hanging out, please consider subscribing to my channel. Consider joining my Patreon. Oh, sorry about that. Consider joining my Patreon, $5 tier and up. We're having a candlelight meeting this weekend while I'm in the mountains. We would love to have you guys. It's going to be on Zoom. Here's my Patreon link. My channel's not monetized because, of all the dumbass shit that happened. So, yeah, my fault. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see y'all later. Meet people where they're at.